Good morning, good afternoon, good evening across the globe, and welcome to our webinar on the versatility of PDF. My name is Al Sterling, and I'm going to introduce this particular webinar today. We're going to have a lot of fun, and with me is Pavel, who will be doing the demonstration part. So some housekeeping. Let's see here. All to enable sound because we will be talking, so make sure your speakers or your headsets are turned up. You can also message us through the chat facility of this webinar. So if you have any questions, if you cannot hear anything, please message us. All attendees are muted for this particular webinar. You can ask questions anytime through the chat, and we'll get to those at the end of the session. And those that we can't get to, we will certainly answer by email. We'll also have a 5-minute Q&A at the end for all questions. So again, really want to welcome everybody here today, and we really appreciate your time. Okay, so you've joined the versatility of PDF. We all know the power of PDF. It's everywhere, ubiquitous, love using that word. We're going to be focusing on releasing the important hidden intelligence that's locked inside of your PDFs that you deal with daily. So again, my name's Al Sterling. I'm the manager of pre-sales here with iText. Pavel is the product manager for PDF to Data, which he'll introduce. A little quick peek of what we'll be going through today. We'll be talking about the data transformation challenges. Pretty much what that means is identifying what's important in your PDFs, being easily able to identify that and grab that data to hand off to other systems to do systems integration or whatever you have to do on the back end. So we'll talk about and show you identifying and collecting data. We'll go through how to deal with PDFs that have been generated by systems through programmatic concerns, which are most of them, if you will. Most of this will be focusing on identifying and extracting data from PDFs. And we'll talk about, here's the nice thing, about doing all this without having to code or be a developer. That's what this is all about today. So this is a recorded webinar. So for those that need to leave early, hopefully not, you're always able to pick this up later. So this will be available the day after the live webinar. If you have questions, you can raise your hand in the chat. We'll be able to deal with you there. You also can submit your questions via chat. And please, everybody's on social media today. Please share this on all your socials. Give us a thumbs up. Tag us in your post at #iText. Here's the agenda we'll follow today. I'll do a brief introduction of iText software. We'll go through overcoming PDF data challenges. We'll talk about identifying and collecting data from PDF documents, extracting that data, again, from system-generated documents as well, how to automate that process, and then we'll hand it over to Pavel, who will show you a complete demonstration of all of those things, and then followed up by a Q&A. So a little bit about iText software. We've been around a long time. We're currently one of the leaders in PDF technologies. We have 125 million users worldwide, over 15,000 downloads a day of our core product, 7,000 clients. Again, around a long time, and PDF is our business. We also sit as board members of the PDF Association, as well as part of the ISO committee for PDFs. We're backed by leading investment firms, Crescendo, Thiel, and Thoma Bravo. So been around a long time. Any questions you have about PDFs, whether it's through API SDK access or through high-level access, no coding approaches, please feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to entertain those questions. This slide here is a bit wordy, but we'll get through it. What you see going from left to right, our core product is for developers. We call it iText Core, iText Core Suite. This is a feature-rich PDF library to create, manipulate PDFs from code, specifically Java and .NET code, with the whole slew of add-ons for archiving, user accessibility, digital signing, security, HTML conversion. So if you hear in this presentation things about iText 7 Core or Suite, That's talking to our developer community and using code to manipulate PDFs. We also have non-development solutions, and that's what we'll talk and focus on today. For starting with data and producing PDFs, we have what's called iText Ditto, and that is a non-programmatic way of generating documents from templates. You're going to hear that word coming up in the future as well. And then today's seminar, webinar will be about PDF to data, and this is starting with PDFs, easily identifying the important information and data on PDFs and extracting that data for systems integration. So that's what we'll focus on today, PDF to data. I like to call this our NASCAR slide. It's we're across all different verticals, all different companies, big and small, heavily used in governments, financial services, technology, pharmaceuticals. So you name it, wherever PDFs are important, which is everywhere, iText is a part of. We're also open source for our core development community. Our stuff is open source, so we invite you to join our developer community, contribute, collaborate, get help, and when the time comes that you need a commercial license, we're there for you as well. So we totally invite you to join our iText developer community and join this PDF world that we live in. So let's talk about overcoming some PDF data transformation challenges. Everybody's working remotely. We rely on technology to communicate, to present, to do these webinars. And if you think down PDF, what a format. It's been around since '92. It certainly is a de facto standard. It's part of workflows. You can digitally sign them. You can collaborate on them. So this whole digitalization drives acceleration. So PDFs are here to stay, and rightfully so. But we're going to focus today on, all right, we have PDFs. We know how to deal with them. We know and love them. I need to get data from them. How do I do that? And how do I reuse what I've built? And that's what we'll talk about today. So let's go in and talk about, number one, identifying what's important to you and collecting what's important to you from PDFs. So step number one, or option one, is to manually do this. A lot of folks, you're probably already doing this now. Maybe that's why you joined this webinar. So manually creating and gathering the data is very time consuming. You're jumping into Excel, Google Sheets, you're hand copying data, you're fat fingering, anyway, it's a very time consuming process, and the risks are, it's very highly error prone, plus some security issues. But manual is a way to do this. There are programmatic ways of doing this as well. You could take iText core library, writing as a developer in Java or .NET, and we could write specific code to open up PDF documents, identifying, extracting, and handing off to another system, all through the iText PDF library. But this requires a developer, and it's highly complex, highly customizable, very specific, but it can be done. So you can go from manual to now using a developer. What we're about to show you is a way that we don't have to do anything manually, nor require any development code. I mentioned before the term system-generated PDF documents. If you think about it, most PDF documents aren't created with Word or Excel or save as PDF. They're probably generated by a system, like a bank producing an invoice at the end of the month. That's done programmatically. So we'll talk about these as system-generated PDF documents, the plethora, if you will, of the PDF documents that exist out there. Let's talk about why you're here today. Let's automate a way that we can identify, collect data from PDF documents without coding. Let me introduce our technology that's known as PDF to data. So we take PDF, identify data, and then extract it without coding. So it's a template-based approach. I'm introducing a term here that you'll hear in Pavel's demo, templates. It's kind of a template that contains the magic and the logic and the rules, all these terms apply, of where your data is, what it looks like, and how you want it extracted. So this is a template-based approach, no coding, no development required, it's browser-based. We can extract anything from PDFs, you name it, whatever's important to you, including text, images, and tables, we'll be able to extract. Let's talk about a little bit of the history of PDF to data. We were first released in 2016 as an add-on to our iText 7 core PDF library. We actually relaunched this in Q1 of this year with a brand new user interface, more user-friendly, drag and drop, that type of thing. Support for an additional extraction format, JSON. So you're going to see Pavel, he'll be showing a way to extract into XML as well as JSON. And then looking forward into the future, Q4 of this particular year, as you start to use PDF to data in the developing of these templates without coding, you might find that you grow from 10 to 20 to hundreds of templates. How do you manage those? Who can get at these templates? What roles do you need? That type of thing. So Q4 will be introducing template management, user roles, permission, being able to reuse a template you've done for one particular PDF and automatically have that work be applicable to another PDF. And lastly, before I hand it off to Pavel, I want to talk about the image on the right there. And this is what you're going to see today. So up top, you'll see on the left, let me use my mouse here so I can, I guess you can see it. So we're going to start with PDFs. And a way to identify on those PDF what's important, we use what's called the PDF to data editor. And this is what Pavel will be in today, being able to identify and extract data. So what you create with the editor is something called a template. So this template now is the magic, if you will, to use that term. I know it's non-technical, but it's the way that you can open up a PDF document and extract the appropriate data. And then down below, you'll see how they interact at runtime in the execution environment. So we start with PDFs that are out there that you get daily, and these templates then are invoked on these PDF documents through Java or .NET or a command line interface that'll spit out, if you will, or extract the data into XML or JSON formats. So that's kind of the whole picture of identifying data, creating templates, and then having those templates run in production, typically like at the end of the month or whatever your frequency is. So without any further delay, I would like to introduce Pavel, who will take you through the demonstration portion of this particular webinar. And again, thank you very much. If you have questions, feel free to use the chat.
Thank you very much, Al. Great introduction. Well, indeed, unlocking and reusing data from PDF files is a really important business problem. PDF data can help you with that. It's user-friendly, template-based data extraction solution. That means you decide which data must be extracted. No worries, it's really simple. As Al just spoke about that, PDF to data provides you with an intuitive editor to define extraction rules and build extraction template from those rules. I'll show it a couple of minutes. Literally everyone can use it. With templates, PDF to data doesn't require hundreds of samples to achieve decent confidence level. With only one PDF files, you can create extraction templates and immediately get highest possible confidence level. Again, just one PDF file. Of course, well, it requires from you to maintain sometimes dozens or even 100 extraction templates. However, that's not an issue with PDF to data manager. It can be done really easy. No more slides. Let me switch to my demo instance. As you probably know, it's a templates-based. Pause here. No more slides. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay, no more slides. Let me switch to my demo instance. PDF to data is available as a browser-based application. It can be deployed locally as well. So you need to log in first. Here you can see the list of templates. I have already a couple of templates here, but I'm going to create a new one to show you how you can do it from the scratch. First, you need to select the reference PDF file. Yep. Let's name our template something like my first template, create. So I can say that in 5 minutes you will get your first template, and it will be ready for production actually. Here you can see the template editor and reference PDF on the right side. On the left, it's dedicated for data fields. Oh, I'm gonna show you how to extract a few data fields from here. Let's say 3 of those. First of all, you need to create a new data field. Yeah, first value, I believe we need to extract invoice number. It's important value, and everybody needs that. Okay, don't care about that blue rectangle for now. I'll say about that later. All you need is to understand that invoice number is located below the invoice hash line. So we can use paragraph selectors designed specifically for this to extract text below specific static key. And here, as you can see, we get a correct output. Get back. What's going on? Oh, okay, get back and create another data field. Let it be invoice date. So here I will speak a bit more about that rectangle. For invoice date extraction, we're going to use high-level selector. Its name is date selector. And for date selector, and also for some other high-level selectors in PDF to data, the reference PDF is important. It takes correct format of extraction value from that reference PDF. In case of data, it's decide which kind of format, data format must be extracted. And it doesn't allow you to extract another format. So you can be sure if you got an error here, that means something changed in your documents, in your layouts. Okay, there are 2 values, and we need to leave only one. Let me show 2 values. We need only first one. We can use auxiliary selector with name picker and return on the first value. Picker helps you to to select on the needed value from the output. In this case, is the first value, and we have an invoice date here. The third one, also really important business value, is total amount. Of course, it's really important for invoices. Total. It's also high-level selector we're going to use here. It's called price selector, and again, it takes the format of the prices or amounts from the reference PDFs. That means only values with the same number format, and only prices in US dollars will be extracted from your documents. As you can see, we have here 9 results. And yeah, you could try probably to use a speaker selector the same way as before to extract only the 9th value. But yeah, I encourage you guys, don't do it, because in case there will be more than 9 values, incorrect total amount will be extracted. In PDF to data, you can use not only positive indexes, but also negative ones. So for picker selector, that means that you can go from the bottom to the top of the list. So the last value will have a index -1, then -2, -3, and so on. For total amount, as it's always the last amount in the document, you can use a -1 as an index. All right, that's it for the template, but yeah, wait, since we have some times, I can probably show how table extraction works here, since I'll spoke a bit about table extraction. And yes, we're doing it pretty good. All you need to just put rectangle somewhere to cross a table, and then PDF to data can detect that table and extract it. All you need to just use table selector. Here you can preview the result, everything extracted correctly, 4 rows, and that's it. We can save and exit. And this template is already It's already ready to use, actually. It can be best practice, of course, to test it. There's a few more examples. You can do it also here from Template Manager. Just select File to test it. I will use slightly different invoice, but it looks the same. Speaking about layout, speaking about the styling, but just has less values in the table. Different total amount, invoice date, and invoice number. And as you can see, it works. So what's next? What you shall do with that template? I would say that your job as a template designer, I'd say, or a person who knows which kind of data must be extracted from PDF document and must be used in the processes is over. Now it's a turn for your developers. You probably remember on the schema I showed before, have two models in PDF to data. One is template editor and template manager. Now they work together. And second one called PDF SDK. And that SDK allows you to process multiple PDF using the same template and then extract value like that. I just showing you XML file. And as you can see, it's pretty clear and straightforward. Key, invoice date, value, key, value, table is a key, and that table, the same table is the value and total amount. So it's pretty easy for everyone. Well, not for everyone, for developers. Reuse this for any purposes in any processes that this data is required. Yeah, if you need more details about integration, it's super simple integration of PDF SDK model. But if you need more details, feel free to reach out to us and we arrange a demo call to speak about that. You can already use that template in production for that invoice. But what else if supplier changed invoice at one day? It's a good question, and what I really like here in PDF today, that properly made templates can deal with that. They can handle even completely different invoices. Let me show you. So I have an invoice, another invoice from another supplier. It looks completely different. But at the same time, our template is able to extract 3 values from 4. So it's 75%. It's a pretty good one. Yeah, I shouldn't have added the table extraction probably. Then we'll get here 100%. You see there is a warning that table can be found. That means, you can also handle this warning programmatically, and that means you suddenly need a new template. But no worries, it's super easy to. So switch back to template and just replace a reference PDF file by our new one. Replace. So there is a new reference PDF file, and you can see there are a few issues. First is invoice date. As you remember, invoice date takes value from reference PDF document. Since it's another reference PDF document, another content, so it doesn't work. Table still can be found, and we need just to slightly adjust our template. And after that, it will be able to handle also the new type of invoices. Invoice date, you see this empty area behind rectangle, so we need to put it on the date. It's done. And the table. This table is slightly, not so easy to extract and to detect that table. There are no borders. There is like a mixed styling, borders for the rows, but not for headers. So we need to help a bit PDF to data to detect it. All you need is put headers here. We have a pretty convenient tool to select headers, and you see all headers are in the headers area. Now we can apply, and here you go. You have a new table extracted correctly. Save and exit. And we are good here. We can use that template for new documents format. Let's rename it my second template. That's it. Yeah, as I said, it can be done by everyone actually. It's super easy. All you need is to get to know some extraction, those parsing building blocks, selectors, and build a parsing pipeline from that selectors. You probably mentioned that we create not one, but 2 templates, ready to production templates, I would say. And you can download those templates, pass it over your development, and then development will process, with routines, multiple PDF files that follow the same format. Yeah, here I'm passing the word back to Al. If any questions, we have a Q&A session at the end of that call. Thank you for your attention.
So I have to go look at the chat now. See if I can present here my final screen. Okay.
I can.
This is reading. This is. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you, but you can.
Okay. Just want to make sure. So from the chat, we have a few questions. What are the benefits of a template-based extraction approach?
Yeah. The main benefits, of course, is that you can start really quick. There's only one reference PDF. You don't have hundreds or even dozens samples, right? To train AI tool. If you're going to use AI tool, you need a lot of samples actually to train, extract properly to get a decent confidence level. Here you can get a high confidence level from the beginning. Yeah,
okay.
I would say it's the main benefit.
Okay, so another question from the chat is, my company operates in multiple countries, so we need to process documents that contain different currencies. Can I use a template configured to extract US dollars versus euros versus francs, etc.?
Yes, you can. Of course, you need 2 different templates for that, or 2 different data fields for that. Since, as I mentioned, price selector, which I used during the demo, extract on the specific currency amount. So in case if you try to use template made for US dollars with an invoice in euro, it gives you error message, something like nothing found here. Yeah, so it's this kind of validation flow hidden inside of PDF to data to make sure that you won't pay incorrect amount.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, here comes another one popping through here. What if there's a date at the top of my PDF document and one at the bottom? Should I select both of those dates in my extraction template?
Well, do you mean it's from my demo, right? When I draw a rectangle on top of 2 dates. No, actually, it's not necessary. It's enough just to select 1 date, and that's it. From only 1 date, date selector can understand which kind of date should be extracted, which kind of date format should be extracted, and that's it.
Okay. I think we've kind of run up against the allotted time here. So if any questions that we did not get to in the chat, we will certainly get back to you. We'll follow up with you afterwards. All right, so, well, we really appreciate everybody's time today. Hopefully you've learned a little bit about a non-programmatic way of identifying and extracting important data from PDFs with PDF to data. And again, thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to work with you in the future. Take care.
Thanks for your attention.